Right now, your aura is invisible, not because you don't have one, everyone has one, but because yours is weak, scattered, forgettable. When you walk into a room, the energy doesn't shift. When you speak, people don't lean in. When you leave, nobody notices. Your aura is a whisper when it should be a storm. Here's what most people don't understand. Aura isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Brick by brick, layer by layer, like armor that nobody can see but everyone can feel. Machiavelli knew this. He watched men with zero charisma command entire kingdoms. Men who weren't tall, weren't handsome, weren't naturally magnetic, but who built an aura so dense, so heavy, so present that people obeyed them without thinking. They engineered it. Calculated every move, every pause, every silence, until their presence became a weapon. And here's the part that'll change your life. You can build this too. Not in years, not through some mystical self-discovery journey, through specific, tactical choices starting today. You're going to learn how to enter a room so people feel you before they see you, how to use silence like a psychological hammer that breaks weak minds, how to make your absence hit harder than other people's presence. You'll discover how to layer mystery until people can't stop trying to decode you, and how to weaponize stillness in a world that's addicted to noise. This isn't about faking confidence. This is about constructing an energetic fortress around yourself that people can't penetrate, can't predict, and can't ignore. By the end of this, you won't just understand aura. You'll have the blueprint to build one so powerful that people obey you without you saying a single word. So, how do you actually build it? Machiavelli broke it down into 6 fundamental laws. Not suggestions, not tips, laws. The kind that don't bend, the kind that separate men who command respect from men who beg for it. Master these 6 laws, and you're not just changing how people see you. You're rewiring how they feel in your presence. Let's break them down. Law 1. The Opacity Principle. Here's something that'll mess with your head. The less people know about you, the more they think about you. Your coworker, Sarah, she shares everything. Her weekend plans, her relationship drama, her thoughts on every single topic. You know what happens? People stop listening. She becomes background noise, predictable, safe, dismissible. But that guy Marcus from accounting, nobody knows what he does outside work, doesn't share opinions in meetings unless asked directly, leaves exactly at 5 p.m. without explanation, and everyone's obsessed with him. What's his deal? Is he happy here? What's he thinking? They've created an entire mythology around a man who simply refuses to be an open book. This is the opacity principle. You're not hiding because you're ashamed. You're creating space for their imagination to work for you. People fear what they can't categorize. They respect what they can't predict. And they obsess over what they can't fully understand. So stop explaining yourself. Stop filling every silence with your thoughts. Stop making yourself so easy to read that there's nothing left to wonder about. When someone asks what you're thinking, try this. I'm still deciding. Then change the subject. When they push for details about your personal life, it's complicated. Smile, move on. You're not being rude. You're being expensive, and expensive things get valued. Law 2. Controlled inconsistency. Most people think consistency builds trust, and they're right, but trust isn't the same as power. You want people slightly off balance around you, not scared, just uncertain about which version of you they're going to get. Monday, you're warm, laughing at jokes, engaged, present. Wednesday, you're ice, professional, distant, all business. Friday, somewhere in between. They can't map you, can't predict you, and that uncertainty creates a low-level anxiety that translates directly into attention. Look at how this works in dating. The person who's always available, boring. The person who's never available, frustrating. But the person who's unpredictably available, addictive. Same principle applies everywhere. Your boss expects you to always push back on feedback. Start agreeing sometimes. They expect you to always be the nice guy. Go cold when it matters. But here's the key. This isn't random mood swings. It's strategic variation. You're training them to stay alert around you, to pay attention, to never assume they have you figured out. Because the moment they think they know exactly who you are, they stop looking. And the moment they stop looking, you've lost. Law 3. The Stillness Weapon. Watch a room full of people. Everyone's performing, laughing too loud, talking over each other, fidgeting, moving, proving they exist. Now, watch the person who isn't doing any of that. Stillness is violence in a world addicted to motion. When everyone else is reactive, you're responsive. When they're anxious, you're composed. When chaos erupts, you don't flinch. You observe, calculate, then act with precision. This freaks people out on a primal level because stillness signals something dangerous. Confidence, control, power that doesn't need to announce itself. Here's your homework. Next meeting, speak half as much as you normally would. When you do speak, slow down, pause before answering questions, not because you don't know the answer, because your words cost something. Watch what happens. People will lean in. They'll wait for you. Your silence will create more anticipation than their noise creates attention. And when you finally speak, it'll land like a verdict because you've trained them to value your words through scarcity. The loud people control the moment. The still people control the room. Choose accordingly. Law 4. Strategic absence. You know what makes people appreciate water? Drought. Your presence needs to work the same way. Stop being everywhere. Stop responding instantly. Stop being the reliable one who always shows up. Not because you're flaky, because you're selective. There's a guy I know who never comes to company happy hours, misses half the team lunches, but when he does show up, it's an event. People notice, oh, David's here. Must be important. He's trained them. His presence means something because his absence is normal. Compare that to the person who's at every single thing, every party, every gathering, every group chat. They become furniture, invisible through omnipotence. Here's how you weaponize this. Stop replying to messages immediately. Wait 3 hours, 6 hours, a day. Not to be mean, to be valuable. Don't attend every social invitation. Be selective, mysterious about your time. Leave conversations while they're still interesting. Don't stick around for the dying moments. And here's the cruel part. When they ask where you've been, be vague. Busy with some things, you know how it is. You're not creating FOMO, you're creating reverence. They should feel lucky when they get your time, not entitled to it. Law 5. Reflective dominance. Ever notice how the most influential people barely share their opinions? They reflect yours back to you. What do you think about this project? Bad answer. I think we should pivot to mobile first. Master answer. What's your read on the mobile opportunity? I'm curious how you see it. You're not being indecisive. You're gathering intelligence while making them feel heard. And people love people who make them feel heard. But here's where it gets tactical. Once you understand their position, you subtly guide them toward your conclusion while making them think it was their idea all along. So you're saying mobile engagement is down 40%? Interesting. What if we tested a mobile-first redesign, since you're clearly seeing the gap there? They'll champion your idea because you framed it as their insight. This is how you lead without appearing to lead, how you control without commanding, how you win while they think they came up with the winning move. Politicians do this constantly. The best ones don't tell you what to think. They ask questions that make you arrive at their preferred conclusion on your own, and you feel smart for getting there. That's the beauty of it. Law 6. Withdrawal as punishment. Here's where it gets dark and effective. When someone crosses a line, disrespects you, or takes you for granted, you don't rage, you don't explain, you don't give them the satisfaction of knowing they got to you. You simply disappear. No explanation, no dramatic exit, just the sudden absence of your energy, your attention, your warmth. They'll feel it immediately, like oxygen left the room, and they'll panic. Did I do something wrong? Why isn't he responding like usual? Your silence becomes the punishment. Your absence becomes the lesson. Most people can't do this because they need closure. They need to explain why they're upset. They need the other person to understand. But that's weak positioning. The moment you explain, you're negotiating. You're giving them a chance to defend, justify, manipulate. Better to let the void speak for you. And when they come back, and they will, you decide if and when you return to normal. But you never fully explain what happened. You just let them know through your energy. That behavior cost you access to me. This works in business, in relationships, in every power dynamic. The person who can walk away holds the power. The person who needs resolution is always negotiating from weakness. Now let's talk about what this actually costs you, because it costs something. Living like this means you're always on, always calculating, always 3 moves ahead. It means fewer genuine connections, because true intimacy requires vulnerability, and vulnerability is a weapon in the wrong hands. It means loneliness at the top, because people don't get close to gravity wells, they orbit them. And it means you'll look back sometimes and wonder, am I controlling them, or has this game consumed me? That's the paradox. The more you master influence, the less you can turn it off. It becomes who you are, your default operating system. So before you commit to this path, understand, you're not learning a skill, you're becoming a different species. Most people live in the world, you'll be engineering it. Most people react, you'll be orchestrating. Most people seek connection, you'll be creating leverage. It's powerful, it's effective, it's lonely. Choose wisely. Here's how you'll know this is working. People will start asking what you think more often, not because you talk more, because you talk less. Conversations will pause when you enter, not because you demanded it, because your presence shifted something. You'll notice people imitating your speech patterns, your mannerisms, your energy. And the clearest sign, they'll start seeking your approval without you ever asking for it. They'll volunteer information, offer help, position themselves for your attention, all without you saying a word. That's when you know you've stopped being another person in the room and started being the atmosphere itself. So here's tonight's mission. Pick one person in your life. Don't text them back for 24 hours. Don't explain. Don't apologize. Just practice the power of strategic absence. Watch how it changes the dynamic. And if you're ready to go deeper into the psychology of influence, the manipulation tactics they won't teach you in school, the reality of power that makes people uncomfortable, you know what to do. But don't do it for validation. Do it because you're becoming someone who doesn't need it anymore. The game's already started. You're just deciding whether to play it consciously or stay a piece on someone else's board. Your move.